Actually, I can't really. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Like, let me remind y'all, I had all of my alarms set to wake this person up. Okay, all of my alarms set. Hey y'all, I'm back at it again with another video. Finally, it's been forever. But how's y'all's year going? 2025. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay, y'all. My year ain't going that good either so far. But we gonna see how the rest of the year is looking for us, you know. But in today's video, I did decide why not do a get ready with me. Like, I haven't done one in a big old minute, and like it's literally a get ready with me to go nowhere. So basically, I'm getting ready so y'all don't got to. Anyways, that's that Vaseline. That shit'll get y'all good. Get y'all real good. Anyways, yeah, so without further ado, we are gonna get started on this get ready with me. I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I have to do my hair really quick. So my hair and my eyebrows actually, because those are gonna take me a little second. But I'll be back in a few secs. Anyways, hey y'all, a baddie is back. I finished the brows, finished the hair. Even though I do need to get a haircut. Anyways, when I started this, I did just get out the shower, so obviously, like, I had to moisturize too, put on primer, and like I said, do my hair. Browser's done. So now we're on to the next step, aka starting our base. So I don't know if I actually want to go in with foundation or where's she at? I don't even know. Anyways, I have an e.l.f. Halo Glow too. But since I can't find her right now, I'm just gonna go in with the foundation. And y'all, this is one of those like trust the process foundations, because this foundation is definitely not my shade. But like, thank the gods I have white ass concealer. Anyways, y'all, I did have to find my concealer, or not concealer, my foundation brush. Yes, because like I said, we are gonna go in with foundation. Like I said, trust the process, y'all. I'm gonna be looking a bit orange, but whatever. Anyways, y'all, so how's everybody else's year going? This is like how my year's going so far. Okay, it's not like too much, but like at the same time, it still could be going better, because in Colorado, why is it January and it's cold as fuck? Like, all tea, no shade, like it's cold as hell. Like normally it would do all this cold-ish in October through December, what the hell ever, right? But no, this year it decided it really wasn't going to snow in December. It really wasn't going to snow in December, October. I mean, it snowed a little bit, but like not as much as it is now. Like, bitch, I have a lot of stuff to do, aka like all these drag shows I'm in. But like the one I was really excited for the other day did get canceled, and like that was like almost my last straw on crashing out. You know why I'm going to crash out? Yeah, the reason I'm going to crash out, no, it was literally just the one day. Sorry, but the reason I was gonna crash out, y'all, was because like my day was just going so bad. And I think that was like what, like 2 or 3 days ago, my day was going so freaking bad, bruh, because, you know, like I came to the realization, y'all, that I hate working at food places. Okay, hate working at food places, right? But like, here I go working at like talk enough already. No shade, but actually, I can't really. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Anyways, because I don't want to get like canceled or whatever. But yeah, like I just hate working at food places. Like the first food place job that I worked at was like just complete hell. Like it was cool for a little bit, but like after that, it was just like complete hell. Like it was just like everybody there is just nasty. Like literally everybody there is nasty, except for, of course, like the people I still do talk to. Outside of that workplace, but everybody there's nasty. They're just like, everybody smashing everybody, like that's literally it. And it's just like so like crazy for like a fast food joint, because like, let me tell y'all, the people there ugly as hell. Ugly as hell. No, but anyways, yeah, so like, of course, like I was saying, I hate working in food places, but like now I work at another food place, which that like it's just so bad. She's so bad, bro. And like the only reason I'm working there is because, you know, I did need the money and my friend does work there. But like even then, like I just hate it. But anyways, yeah, so I was just irritated like that whole day. literally that whole freaking day. And then to top that off, bruh, the person that like that put me next, that I got put next to, smelled so bad. Like, and that's just crazy because tell me why, like, you know, the interview or whatever, they're always like, come to work smelling good, make sure you know, you basically don't ever stink or whatever, right? Nah. I was like sitting there, that was like the first thought that came in my head because at first I didn't know what smell was. And I was like, what is that? And like in my head, of course, because yeah. And of course, dude walks by, got a whole whiff of it. Like, and that's crazy. That's just crazy. Like, of course, like I'm grown and these are like little kids, but it's like y'all are young. Like y'all dudes need to be smelling like good. How y'all ever expect to pull anybody smelling like that, you know? And like that, like I said, that was just crazy to me. And also, yes, like y'all, I am very judgmental. If you guys didn't know, now you know. But yeah, so there's that, right? And then before I even got to work that day, I was already like a little bit irritated because somebody I know, I'm not gonna name drop or anything because like, ew. But somebody I know, right? Like I was just irritated because like they asked me to wake them up for work. AKA my roommate, they asked me to wake them up for work because they had to go to work before me, right? So, you know, I was like, cool, you know, they have to be at work at like 7 or 7:30. So they asked me to wake them up at 6:30, right? No, because tell me why. I come 6:30 a.m., y'all. Let me remind y'all, I didn't even have to work until 11 a.m. that day, right? Anyways, so yeah, comes 6:20. It was actually, 6:30. It was 6:30. I lied. But yeah, come like 6:30, right? I'm like going to like wake them up, and then they're like, actually, I'm gonna go in at like 8:40, right? So then I was just like, you know, whatever, I could just go back to sleep, right? No, went back to sleep, woke up at like, I don't even know, I was up at like 7:45, 8-ish, to like go see if they were up, you know, getting ready or whatever. No, they weren't. Like, let me remind y'all, I had all of my alarms set to wake this person up. Okay? All of my alarms set. Anyways, where's my concealer? I'm gonna crash out. Hold. Anyways, y'all, found the concealer. We're gonna get back into the concealer in like a second because I do have to. Powdered foundation. I mean, it's like darker. It's darker than this foundation I put on. So I normally use this as my contour for like all of my looks, even when, yeah, and I did find that e.l.f. Halo Glow. She's right here. Like, let me just show y'all like the shade difference, okay? Like, it's not like the undertones are just different. No shade. Anyways, but yeah, I normally use this as my contour. So I use my cheekbones, a little bit on my, like a little bit going up my forehead. Sometimes I'll do my jawline too, if I want her to look real snatched. And then of course like my nose. So yeah, I literally use her for like everything, y'all. But back to the story. So yeah, you know, like I said, I was up at like 7:45 to 8-ish, you know, wake my friend up. Let me remind y'all, I did have to like set all of my alarms so I could wake this person up, right? Anyways, so come like whatever time, like I think it was like 8 when I went in the room to like make sure that they were up. And then they texted me because I was like, are you up? You know, da-da-da. They tell me that they're not feeling good. So at that point, I was just like a little bit irritated because I was just like, bro, like I could have just still been sleeping at this point, you know, da-da-da. But yeah, they tell me that they're not feeling good. And like they're gonna go in at 10. At 10 a.m. Right? Which is right before I have to be to work. Let me remind y'all, like we do have to like share the car, you know, so we can both be to work. We have to like take turns ish, depending on who gets off first, which would have been me. But yeah, let me remind y'all, our jobs are in 2 different directions, okay? 2 different directions. So of course, like I was just like, okay, whatever. Irritated as hell. Tell me why, y'all. At this point, like I just gave up on like trying to wake them up because at this point I was just like, they could wake themselves up, whatever. Where's my good beauty blender? Here we go. Now where's my setting spray? Y'all, like everything like fell out of my makeup bag, so like I'm like literally just like rummaging through this drawer trying to find like all of my biddies. I found her. But yeah, so like I basically like just left them to like wake themselves up at that point because it's just like whatever. And like thank the God that they finally did. They finally did wake themselves up. And then they told me like they took some ibuprofen. They took ibuprofen or whatever, and I was just like, okay. Anyways, so yeah, let me remind y'all, right? So then when they said they were gonna be up and like ready to go at 10, you know, they weren't. They weren't. Freaking weren't, bruh. So, you know, but like when they texted me that they wanted to be up at 10 is when I texted them, and I was like, yeah, like, okay, like we'll just leave at hold please. Anyways, I was just like, yeah, we can just leave at like 10 or what is that? 10:25. I said like the latest. It's 10:25 because at this point like they already like basically told me like they're not really going to work that day. But they were gonna go drop the car off to our other friend or whatever, and I was just like, okay. But yeah, so like then I told them 10:25 is when we leave, right? Or 10:20 to 10:25, whatever I said. Anyways, so now fast forward like to 10:20, right? I like texted them and I was like, are you like up and ready? Da-da-da-da. No response. No response. Anyways, so yeah, I texted them that. And then at that point, like, I was already pissed off because it was, like, later than I was trying to leave because, like, let me remind y'all, it snowed. It snowed that same morning. So, obviously, like, traffic's gonna be slower and shit, right? So, either way, like, I normally like to get to work, like, earlier than when I'm, like, at least 10, 15 minutes earlier than what I have to. Which is why I said 10:25 because, like, the drive is only, like, 15 minutes away. But, like, with the snow and shit, yeah, with the snow and stuff, it's, like 30, damn near 30, for real. Damn near. Because I didn't even get there until like 10:50. I think 10:52 or 10:53. One of the two. So obviously I was mad because I got there later than I really wanted to. And at that point I was just like, okay, whatever. So yeah, that was like to start off that day where I was already like about to crash out. It's gonna crash out. Right? So yeah, there was that. And then like the stuff that happened at work, and then like it's sad. Y'all, I perform in drag, right? So like obviously like I was like my biggest highlight of that whole day was gonna be that drag show that I was in. Had hella cute outfits picked out, was ready to, and like the theme was Y2K, so y'all already know I was gonna eat that up. But you know, because of the weather, because it didn't stop, which I really needed it to. Like I said, I wish it would have did this at the end of last year because I really wouldn't have cared because I didn't have like a lot going on. But it didn't. So like I said, yeah, said drag show did get canceled and I was pressed about that. I was pressed about that. Because like I said, that was my biggest highlight that whole day. That whole freaking day, bruh. Was like, yeah, I'm gonna like get off work, you know, get ready for this drag show and like, you know, do a little dancey dance. Cause that's what I do in mine, y'all. I normally, like, for my performances, I just normally, like, make, like, mashups and shit, aka what we call it, mixes. And I just dance to them, bruh. So, since the theme was Y2K, I had some Britney in there. I had some, I don't even remember her last name, that Heidi chick who made, I'll Do It. I had that song in there. And then I had some Aisha Erotica as well. Yeah, I had some Aisha Erotica as well because, I mean, it's not, like, her music's not really, like, early 2000s, but, like, let's keep it real. Like, Aisha is, like, a Y2K girl. Like, and y'all bitches can't tell me nothing because that's how I'm gonna feel for the rest of my life. Is Aisha is, like, Y2K. Like, her music just hits. Like, what? Yeah. So yeah, that was like, there's that. Oh my god, and then like not to mention, y'all, from like the start of the year already, I've been in like 3 or 4 talking stages. 3 or 4 talking stages, which like that's improvement from last year. Because last year altogether I was only in like 4 talking stages. The whole 12 months. The whole 365 days. I was only in 4 talking stages. I mean, obviously like none of them ended up well. But like it really wasn't me. I swear, y'all, it wasn't me. It's just the people I be talking to, like, it's like they're cool at first, but they just don't match the energy, which was last year's cycle. And like that was like the first 2 for this year. The first 2 for this year were like kind of like the same way. Like they stay like saying like let's meet up, let's hang out, let's like go on a date, whatever, right? And then flake. How are you gonna flake when you the one who wanted to do this, right? Flake and then don't message you until the next day, until the next damn day. Like, that's just crazy to me. Anyway, so yeah, there was that one, and then I had another one, but like at one point I asked this guy, I asked him a question because we were texting that day, and he was like telling me like, you know, something that he was hanging out with his family, you know, da da da. And I said, oh, that's so like I forgot what I said. I think it was just like, oh, cool. How was that, right? That was just the question. Kid y'all not? This man hearted the message and didn't reply. Kid y'all not, hearted the message, did not reply. Not one little, it was good. Just hearted the message, didn't reply. Like, that's crazy to me. Anyways, and then the most recent one, I mean, obviously, like, it was going good. Honestly, like, he might see this video, he might not. Like, either way, it was going good, y'all, but it was just, like, the age gap. So, like, I mean, it wasn't, like, anything bad. But, like, it was just the age gap. So that's how that one went. And honestly, like, I don't even like know how, like, I don't even remember how, like, how many of my friends actually have my YouTube channel. So anyway, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, I guess like at this point, like, I'll just give like a recap of last year's events too. Hold up. Anyways, y'all, we're back. I accidentally name dropped and I don't feel like I'm gonna edit that out. So anyways, now like I said, I am gonna recap my my year last year. Give like a quick little recap of like the events that persisted last year, compared to this year, since this year is just starting, and like, yeah. But anyways, there's like a whole bunch of BS that like went down last year, like for me in general. But like literally like the first part I'm gonna tell y'all is literally to start. Damn, I had to hiccup. But it's like the first part I'm gonna tell y'all is literally to start off my whole year last year. Like, I kid y'all not, the very start, New Year's Eve, at that. And like I said, like I was trying to say in like the last recording I made, this is like a 2-chapter story. There's 2 different chapters. But literally, so like I was saying, yeah, summer 2023, me and this girl, we stopped being friends. And like I was saying, like, I'm gonna own up to what I did, but like at the same time, like, it was literally like just some petty shit. Some petty-ish. Some petty stuff. That like literally could have all been avoided, but people just, I don't know, just move different. So anyways, so me and this girl, right, we were like friends. We worked at the same place, the same fast food place, my first job. Or not my first job, but my second job, technically. So yeah, technically my second job. And this was like right before I was quitting this food place because I don't like food, like I said. And I tried to go back again this year, but like that's not really working out that good for me. Anyways, so yeah, me and this girl, we stopped being friends, and like I said, over some petty stuff because our differences. It was just literally just our differences, but like, the place we worked at, it was just toxic 24/7, like toxic 24/7. It was cool at first, like I was saying. But yeah, it was like a cool place at first. Of course, there's some cool people, but everybody there is just nasty. Everybody there is nasty, right? Anyways, so like I said, me and this girl, we became friends. We hung around like the same people, the same friend groups, basically. It only consisted of like 3 or 4 people like outside of work that we actually like hung out with. Right? Okay. Yeah, y'all got that part. And then obviously like there was obviously workplace beef between the said person that I was friends with. I mean, at least like I said, I would consider us friends because yeah. But yeah, so of course she was beefing with like a few people there. Like at this point, like everybody was beefing with somebody. I was also beefing with another girl, but it was just like, it wasn't really beef, but it was just like, watch your attitude, you know? Because you're not gonna talk to me crazy. Like, girl, I'm grown. Okay. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so yeah, like, so my friend had her own beef with 2 other people, but I was cool with one of the people. Yeah, I was cool with one of them because the other one I was beefing with too. But like my same friend had beef with the one I was beefing with as well, and like somebody else. honestly, I don't even remember what the beef was there. Like, to be honest, I really don't remember what the beef was there. Because, like I said, like, a lot of the beef at said workplace was just like petty stuff. It was just petty. Like, it literally all could have been avoided. But, you know, everybody's different, I guess. So, yeah. But yeah, so she was beefing with this other girl. And I wouldn't, like, at the time, I wouldn't have really called, like, the other girl, like, really, like, my friend. Not the one I'm telling the story about, but, like, the other person, the girl my friend was beefing with. I wouldn't say she was my friend at the time, because, like, I mean, like, I felt like personally, like, we were, like, friends and then acquaintances and then friends, because, like, we just kept falling off and on, off and on, off and on after I quit. So, yeah, there was that. But, yeah, so this same friend I was talking about that I fell out with, she was beefing with that girl, and, she was trying to make it seem like I was being fake because I still had a streak with the girl she was beefing with. Which, like I said, like, I can kind of see it, but at the same time, it's like, just because me and you are friends, that doesn't mean I have to not like somebody because you don't like said person and you're beefing with them. You know? Like, I'm not a follow the leader type of ish. But, like, that was just crazy. Like I said, like, I'm not gonna, like, just stop talking to anybody or, like, just block people, remove people, you know, this, that, and the third because you're beefing with them. But, yeah, I got called weird for it. And it's like, she did the same thing. That's the crazier thing, is she did the same thing when she first got there. Because the person that she was hanging out with when she first got there was the person I started beefing with towards, like, the end of my days at said workplace. And, like, me and the girl, we were just beefing, like, off and on, this, that, and the third, in the work group chat and all. Like, it was just crazy. But, yeah, so she was hanging out with her, then they were friends, and then they stopped being friends, and then while I was still friends with the said girl she was still hanging out with, and then me and said girl stopped being friends, and then me and the other girl, we were still friends because, you know, yeah. It was just like a lot. It was a lot. But anyways, so yeah, basically the short version of this story is me and this girl really stopped being friends because I still had a Snapchat streak with the girl she was beefing with. A Snapchat streak. We didn't text. We didn't hang out. A Snapchat streak is what ended our friendship, y'all. Because I was so-called fake for having a streak with her. And at one point, I hearted her new profile picture on Facebook. Even though we were acquaintances, I hearted that profile picture on Facebook, y'all. I heart everybody's profile picture on Facebook when they update it. So obviously I was going to do that. I do it for that bitch. I do it for the next. I do it for that dude. I do it for anybody. Like, the fool. Anyways, sorry, y'all. I got into it right there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But, so yeah, we really stopped being friends because I was acquaintances, had a Snapchat streak, and at one point hearted said girl's profile picture on Facebook because she was beefing with her. That made me fake, right? Anyways, so then after, of course, I stopped being friends with that girl. I mean, we had, like, it was like a trio we had, right? We had a trio. We had a trio going on when all of us were still cool. And I mean, I'm still cool with one of them. Y'all. But like I was saying, like, yeah, we had, like, a little trio. So it was, like, always just the three of us hanging out, doing whatever, dumb stuff, you know? And I don't know where, but somewhere along the lines after I stopped being friends with the one girl, I guess after we stopped being friends. Because, oh my God, wait, let me tell y'all, we didn't even just stop being friends like that, right? She was mad in our trio group chat. And I was texting back and I was like, I don't even remember. I was just basically, like, trying to explain, like, I'm not really, like, we're not really, like, cool like that. We're just acquaintances. Like, just because we have a Snapchat streak and I hearted her profile picture once. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, that doesn't mean, like, we're, like, besties or whatever. And it's, like, at the same time, like I said earlier, like, either way, why would I stop being friends with somebody because you're beefing with them, right? Oh, okay. But yeah, so we were just, like, arguing in the group chat a little bit. And, like, at one point, I was being the bigger person. Me, was being the bigger person. And I was like, I'm not, like, going to keep doing this over text. Like, at this point, we need to talk to each other face to face so we can show real emotions that's not over text. right? And guess what she said? She was like, okay, cool, like, yeah, like, I'm gonna let you know when I'm off work, you know, da-da-da-da, we can, like, schedule, like, one of my days off to, like, actually talk about this. And all I said was, okay, sounds good, right? No response. Bitch didn't even text. She just removed me off of everything after that. Crazy, right? Crazy work. So like I said, we had a little trio. So obviously, like, at the time when me and the girl stopped being friends, I knew that they were still hanging out, but I didn't care. I was just like, yeah, you know, at least y'all are having fun, you know, da 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 da. Right? So tell me why, right? I run into the same girl who basically flaked on like us talking out our differences at the moment. I ran into her at a Target. Sorry, y'all, somebody just texted. Anyways, I ran into her at a Target. It was like right before the Wonka movie came out. No, it was actually the same day the Wonka movie came out because my friend made me go. She wanted to go watch it, so we did. And I was just like, you know, whatever, like, I'm trying to get these points. So anyways, so before the movie, like I said, we went to Target. Went to Target and we're just like walking around getting stuff, you know, da-da-da-da. And like, I ran into the same girl who basically flaked on like, flaked when we were trying to like consolidate our friendship. I don't even know if that's the word, y'all. I'm not that smart. I don't even know if like that was the right word at all. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I ran into her at a Target, right? So like, obviously like, I'm not gonna act like I don't know you in public. Like, just because we didn't leave off on good terms, we technically really didn't leave off on too bad of terms. So me being the person I am, I walked up to her when I saw her because we did lock eyes and I wasn't gonna make it weird. So we locked eyes and I just walked up to her and was like, hey, we just hugged. Basically like forgave each other, you know, da-da-da. And let me remind y'all, that was the end of 2023. That was the end, right? Of 2023. Keep up. I need y'all to keep up. That was like, I think it was either like the very beginning of December or like the very like end of November is when we ran into each other, right? So then we hung out like one time after running into each other and like forgiving each other, you know, da-da-da-da. We hung out like one time. And then we hung out one more time before the year was over, which was on New Year's Eve. Because like we had plans, you know, like we were just gonna hang out, party. I can't say what we were doing because, you know, can't do that. I'm fucking dead. But so yeah, we were hanging out. We were gonna hang out New Year's Eve and we did. Hold on, y'all. Like, I'm trying to get this. No shade, but so yeah, we hung out New Year's Eve. Our plans for New Year's Eve was originally it was just gonna be us hanging out for a little bit, and then like after we hung out, so after we hung out, we were gonna go to my sister's place. And like I can't tell y'all what she was gonna get for us, but she was gonna get us something. That's all I can say. Legally. Like legally. That's all I can say. Older sister, of course. Anyways, so yeah, we were gonna hang out for a little bit. We're gonna go to my sister's place. My sister was gonna get us something, and then we were gonna go back to her aunt's place, and like just kick back there for a little bit, right? So everything, of course, was going good, you know. This is like a long like story time. Like I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna try to like summarize it. I'm just like trying to tell you all the events. Anyways, so yeah, you know, like mid hangout or whatever, we got to my sister's place, you know, I was like texting my sister and I was like, hey, like, you know, are you still gonna, like, are you ready to like get, anyways, are you ready to get the stuff? Legally. I can't. Are you ready to get the stuff? And she was like telling me, and she was like, yeah, like her baby daddy is drunk, this, that, and third, right? He was drunk, this, that, and the third, and like, y'all, no shade, he needs to be in AA. That's that. Honestly, can't tell you I can't even tell y'all if they're still together or not. I'll see, no shade, but anyways, so yeah, she was like telling me that her baby daddy was drunk. He was already drunk, this, that, and the third, and so like, yeah, she's ready, basically. So right, so we pull up, right? Freaking pulled up, and like we were about to like go into my sister's apartment together. Like as we're like about to start walking up the stairs, like we see my sister's baby daddy arguing with whoever he was drinking with outside at like the little playground that they have there for the little kids, right? So I was just like, I looked at the my friend at the time, because we're not friends again, y'all. No shade, but I'm gonna have to get back to that. in a sec. Because, like I said, I'm, like, telling this in order, so she didn't tell me what happened between her and the other girl until, like, after this. It was, like, I think one or two more hangouts after New Year's Eve. So yeah, I just, like, looked at my friend at the time, and I was like, yeah, let's just, like, go upstairs. Like, that's her baby daddy. He's just acting crazy or whatever, right? So we, like, go upstairs. We go upstairs or whatever. And, like, I was, like, telling my sister, because I didn't say this, but, like, before we even got there, I, like, told my sister. I literally texted her, and I was like, okay, make sure your shoes are on. I'm not trying to be there too long, you know? Right, so I said that, and she was like, okay. No, we get there, she ain't even got her shoes on. Kid y'all not, it took her, like, I don't even know how long. It took her 5 minutes to put one shoe on. Because that's how much my sister was talking, bruh. She's just like, I don't even remember what she was saying, no shade, but took her too long to put her shoes on. So, like, while I was still waiting for her to put her shoes on, like, her baby daddy comes upstairs, and he's just like, like, if y'all know, like, when people get drunk, they just start yapping. I don't know what they be yapping about, but they just start yapping. So he was just, like, talking, like, literally, and when I tell y'all, I was just standing there. But anyways, he was just, like, talking, and I didn't even know. He was like saying something to my sister, and then, like, all of a sudden just, like, randomly tried to fight me. And, like, this is the part I'm going to fast forward to. But, yeah, he, like, randomly tried to fight me. And let me remind y'all, I didn't say this either, but my sister and her baby daddy, they be, like, fighting all damn day. And that's the crazy thing. And when I tell y'all fighting, I mean, like, fighting, like, baddies fighting. Like, street fighting. I don't even know. It wouldn't even call it street fighting because, like, no shade, neither one of them can, like, throw. No, neither one of them can really throw down. They just swing. My sister in particular, she just head down. Baby daddy. Like, okay. Anyways, y'all, I keep getting distracted by, like, talking about different stuff. But, so yeah, then all of a sudden, because he just randomly pushes me, like, after talking about, like, this, that, and there, like, I love you, bro. You're like a brother to me. I mean, I didn't really care because I didn't like him anyways. No shade, but, like, I really didn't. I really did not like him at all. Like, I've never liked the dude. Never wanted to like the dude. The only reason I even tolerated him was because, he was my sister's baby daddy and, like, whatever. And later, my job, I don't even like kids. But, like, I don't like kids, but I'm going to make sure that them kids is safe. You know? Because the way my sister and her baby daddy be fighting, they didn't care. They didn't care where the kids were. They just started throwing hands. Kid could be right behind them, almost getting hit and shit. They wouldn't care. Which is why every time they started doing that, I had to step in, grab the kids, take them out the room, this, that, and third, watch the kids, whatever, to make sure that they didn't get hurt, you know? But anyways, like I was saying, so yeah, then they just started, like, randomly, like, because he, because he, like, pushed me at one point, and y'all, like, I'm not the type of fight. No shade. Like, I know how to fight, but I don't want to fight. You know, especially on New Year's Eve, going into a new year, like, literally, like, an hour and a half before it's midnight. Looking cute. Had some bangs coming down. Makeup was on point. Outfit was hitting. Like, no shade. And y'all can call me scary if you want, but, like, honestly, I'm really not scary. I just always choose peace over violence. Unless, like, I'm real, like, I'd have to be so pissed off to, like, fight somebody. You know? So pissed off to fight somebody. Anyways, so yeah, so he, like, pushed me, he, like, shoved me at one point. I mean, and, like, at the same time, he wasn't even, like, really pushing me that hard. I forgot to mention that. He didn't push me that, like, I swear, I thought I was getting pushed by a little girl. That's how bad it was. Like, that's literally how bad it was, y'all. As I literally felt like I was getting pushed by a little girl. But it's a grown man. A grown man. Who's like 22 or whatever, however old he was at the time, bro. I don't even know. But yeah, so I was just like, okay. So anyways, he shoved me, like, barely, and my sister just comes in and decks him. Just, like, out of nowhere, just, bop. I was just like, oh. Anyways, so yeah, then of course, as y'all can guess, like, they started tussling or whatever. They stopped tussling, and then just randomly went at it again, and then, like, they stopped again. It was just, like, toxic relationship, you know? And, like, later, mind y'all, me, my friend, and one of my sister's friends was there. We were all witnessing this shit. Right? So, yeah. Oh, I gotta find my blush, y'all. I'll see no shade. Where's she at? I need her. OT no shade though. Anyways, I'm gonna try to like multitask and like just like tell the story a little bit faster, because this is gonna take a second. But anyway, so yeah, she just starts decking him. Like I said, like let me remind y'all, like me, my friend, and my sister's friend, one of her friends was there too. I found it. So like all of us were witnesses to what was happening. Anyway, so yeah, then they just like stopped. Like I said, they stopped again, and then like out of nowhere, like her baby daddy like kicks her in the stomach, and that's when I had to step in for real, be mediator. And then because he kicked her in the stomach and then threw her on the ground, and what I did, I grabbed that dude by his shoulders, bare shoulders, yanked that dude about 10 feet back and threw him on the ground. That's it. And he was so pressed after that. He was so pressed, and at this point, like I was starting to think her man a little, because he was just like, you know, this is why you're small, you get, and I was just like, I mean, okay, obsessed, I think so. Anyways, y'all. Anyway, so there's that, and then, you know, like I'm just gonna fast forward like to a little bit after that is when the popo got there, thank the gods, because I made my friend call him. Because this dude started trying to like act all crazy again towards me, and then was like trying to get like all right next to my friend at the time, who's a girl who just turned 18. Make that make sense? And I was like, okay, like I'm like if you put your hands on my friend, then I'm gonna have to like for real punch you in your, you know, like beat you up. Because like one thing I don't play about is my friends. Even like I said, even though we're not friends anymore, like I'm gonna still stick up for my friend if a grown man wants to put his hands on her. Because a lot of my friends are girls, and I don't play that shit. If you do that shit, me, bro, it's on site, you know? So anyways, yeah, so then I told him that, and like my friend was just on the phone with the popo for a bit. And then like, but like at one point, like my sister's baby daddy like walked in the room, and he's like, who you talking to? So my friend lied, and she was like her boyfriend. Her boyfriend, right? And he was just like, oh, and then he was just like, it's that drunk shit. He was just like, tell him to pull up, I'm gonna beat him up. Like, I kid y'all not, that man was like freaking on one that night. Oh my god, now I have to find my blush brush, y'all. This is like, I need to like actually like go in this drawer after this and like just like organize everything again, because like this is like actually like crazy. Like, I can't find out one thing. Anyway, so now we're gonna fast forward to when the popo finally get there, right? So yeah, popo finally get there. Found my blush brush, thank God. But popo finally get there, right? And then they like come inside because, oh, I didn't say this, but any other time when my sister would call the cops, yeah, she would call the cops whenever her baby daddy was like doing too much. She would lie and say he didn't do it. He didn't do it. She didn't call the cops. Her kid must have took her phone, called the cops by accident, da-da-da-da-da. And I just sit there and be quiet. But this time, for once, I didn't. Because when they got there, they were like, you know, basically like asking everybody questions. What happened? Like, what started? Da-da-da-da-da. And I was like sitting there next to my sister's friend and my friend. And I was like, are they questioning everybody or just them? And then they didn't know, so I just walked up and I was like, are you guys questioning everybody or just them? Because I'd like to give a statement. And he was like, yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to give a statement, like, we're open to it. Like, right now, we're only questioning them. Da, 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 da. So, obviously, I gave my statement. I stated what happened from beginning to end. From beginning to end, right? Now, this is the part that really had me effed up. This is like kind of what started the chapter 2. What I was telling y'all, right? So, while I'm, like, talking to the popo, like, in my sister's apartment kitchen, my sister walks over there, just randomly walks over there. I kid y'all not, while I'm still giving my statement, walks over there is talking about why are you lying? And when I tell y'all I was gagged, at that, because who's lying? You're lying. And that's the reason I wanted to give my statement, is because she lies. And I heard her lying when she was giving her statement. So for you to come up to me, when there's 3 witnesses here in total, and come up to me and say, why are you lying? It's just, it's crazy. That was crazy work. Like, you're supposed to be my sister. I'm supposed to be your brother. I'm over here always riding for you. You ain't never riding for me or yourself. Where does that make sense? Right? Where does that make sense, y'all? Oh, you're right. It don't make not one damn bit of sense. So yeah, then I hit her with the, I mean, I'm not lying, because like, I don't know what she was like, what she thought she was going to get out of that. But I looked at her and I was like, I mean, I'm not lying. You are. Now can you go away? And then, you know, after that, the popo, he was like, okay, let's just step outside so we can get some privacy, you know, while we talk about your statement, right? And so then I finished giving my statement outside, right? My friends, that girl was a real one at the time. She was a real one at the time, because tell me why she gave her statement too. She came and gave her side of the statement based off of like what she was seeing through her eyes and what she had to do, aka because she at one point I had to make her take my sister's kids in the room so they like the kids could get away from that because they're like screaming and shit. So yeah, she gave the story, her side of the story from her point of view, and you know what she was doing. And then on top of that, my sister's friend at the time, and I say at the time because she sure did stop being friends with her, because my sister is fake as hell. No shade. She's really fake. But yeah, my sister's friend at the time even came outside and gave her side of a statement too. And I was like, yo, because I'm gonna like come up in here trying to say, why are you lying, when there's 3 witnesses who can literally back each other the up based on their point of view, right? Oh, okay. Now who looks stupid? Anyways. So yeah, there was that, and that was basically like the end of those events, because after that, me and my friend at the time, we just went back to her aunt's place and we just kicked back, you know, for the rest of New Year's Eve. Now, fast forward to March. This is chapter 2. This is chapter 2, y'all. Let me remind y'all, at this time, like, me and the girl, we were still friends, right? Like I was saying though, this is chapter 2, and like it's the way we stopped being friends around the same time during the summer again. Because she started being just weird. Like we were kicking it like for like the first few months of the year, into the year, whatever. Anyways, we're not there yet. Sorry, y'all. This is 25 minutes. Like, this is long, y'all. I hope y'all are gonna eat this up. No shade. Fudge. Oh yeah, so fast forward to March. This is when, because I only say March because this is when I started working at Amazon last year. I started March 16th, 2024, and I started working there with my sister, because at that point we like already hashed out why she was trying to say I was lying to the cops. So yeah, we already hashed that out, and I was about to start working at Amazon again. She was she was my ride, this, that, and the third. So fast forward like a few weeks later, after I started at Amazon, she was my ride. She just like, I didn't like her being my ride because she would always be late. Because like I had to be at work 30 minutes before she did. Right? 30 minutes before she did. And also she would like always end up carpooling with her little friends, her little girlfriends. I don't even know if they're still friends at the time. No shit. I don't even work at Amazon no more, y'all. I don't know if y'all can tell from the beginning of this video, but anyways, so yeah, she would like carpool with her little friends, go pick them up before going to work, this, that, and third, because all of them had to be there at 6:30, while I had to be there at 6 p.m. Yeah, p.m., y'all. We're talking p.m., by the way, if y'all didn't know. So yeah, so I would always be mad because she would always get me to work late, but always like she would like always tell me to be ready by 5, so we can go do this, and this. I was always ready at 5, and she wouldn't even get there until like 5:20, 5:30, damn near, knowing we like Amazon was like 25 minutes away from where I lived at the time. And it was like, even then, like she would still have to go drop her kids off to our mom's place. This, that, and the third. Yeah, so she dropped her kids off to her mom's place, and then we'd like have to come back the opposite direction all the way to work. And then if it wasn't all the way just straight to work, it would be like drop the kids off, go pick up her little friends, and then go to work. Which her friends don't even live anywhere near Amazon either, so it was just like crazy, right? Anyways, y'all, I be getting like off topic for real. So yeah, fast forward like a few weeks later, right? Because I was already there. I know I was there for a fact, like for 2 weeks at least, because it's 2 whole weeks before you can get cross-trained in like any other department, right? And they already like assigned me to cross-train in a different department, which I didn't think I was gonna like, but I actually ended up really loving it like a few months later. No shade. But yeah, they started that cross-training stuff, and then like I was like so at the end of one of these shifts, like I was talking to my sister, and I was like, like, how's your shift? Da 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 da. See, I'll be like, how's your shift? Da 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 da. Like, what? Like, was it easy? Da da da. This, that, and the third. And then she was like telling me that she was getting cross-trained in a different department. This, that, and third. And I was just comparing, and I was like, yeah, they're cross-training me in this department too, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. So I was like telling her, and I was like, I was like, I'm really not going to be going to that department. Like, I don't care about these, like, hours I have to finish. Because, like I said, like, I didn't like it at first, y'all. I really didn't. But, and then at the same time, one of my sister's friends at the time also worked in the same department I did originally before cross-training and all this. So she was, like, telling me that, like, you could just say no, this, that, and third, like, and, like, or you can, like, if anything, if they keep trying to make you go, you can just move stations. Because, like, in that department, there's no assigned station. So you could literally just go to any station you want. As long as nobody else was on it, basically. Yeah. So yeah, I was like talking. So yeah, like I was saying, I was talking to that girl about that, and she was like, yeah, like normally, like I really just move stations, you know, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm probably just gonna do that. Anyway, so yeah, I was like telling my sister that, right? I'm like just always looking for something. But I was like telling my sister, you know, that they were trying to make me cross-train in said department, but I'm not gonna do it. Like if anything, I'm just gonna like do what her friend told me to do. This, that, and the third, because I really didn't. I can't find it. Like actually, like I'm about to like break. I'm gonna break. Oh well, I found a setting powder, but it's other one's right in front of my face. Dead. But yeah, I was like telling my sister, you know, this, that, and the third. And my sister like just straight up jumps to like, not even like jump because it took a second for her to jump into being negative. But she was just like, you can't do that. Like you have to obey them, this, that, and the third. And I was like, obey who? And she was like, and I was like, I mean, it's literally like like not even my actual department. So I mean, I really don't have to obey if it's not like my actual department, you know? So that's what I was saying, and then my sister was like, no, like, this is why you can't keep a job, da-da-da. My job, I've been at all of my jobs longer than she has. When I tell y'all, I don't even remember what year this was. It was like a few years back. And also on top of that, I had my first job before she did, and she's like 18 months older than me. She's like 2 years older than me. She's gonna be 23 this year, and I'm gonna be 21. So, and like that was just crazy. Like I got my first job at 16. Technically, I got my first job at 15 if I include that summer job I had making money, door-to-door sales, y'all. So I was already getting money before she like even got her first job. And she didn't even get her first job until she was like, what, like 19? Nah. She was like 18. She was like 18, y'all. And I got my first real, like the first real one, I'm not gonna include the summer job, but if I want to talk like my first real one, I just turned 16. Just turned 16 before I started working there. And I was there for a whole year. Technically 364 days because I didn't like it and I wanted to be petty and funny. So 364 days, but still, round that up to a year. Right? But she had the audacity to say, I can't keep a job, this, that, and third. But I've kept all of my jobs longer than she has. When I tell y'all, she went through like 6 jobs. 6 jobs in this, like a span of like 4 months. She worked at a Goodwill, Wendy's. She worked everywhere. Kid y'all not. Everywhere. Oh, but I can't keep a job. Oh, okay. And at the same time, all of my jobs I've quit. I've never been fired. I mean, until recently, but like that's different. This was at the time, y'all. At the time. Anyways, so yeah, all of my jobs I've never been, at the time I didn't get fired from, and I've always just quit. Because it's like, you're either gonna like your job or you're not, and I didn't like any of the places I was working at. You know? But like, at the same time, like, back then, like, I made sure back then, like, I still had at least one job when I quit. Which was, you know, the first food place I worked at. Until, like I was saying, like, last year. Or, no, technically the end of 2024. No, 2023. It was the end of 2023. It was, like, right before I started working at Amazon again. Anyways, y'all, I keep getting distracted. But, yeah, so, like, then she was just, like, saying, this is why you can't keep a job, da-da-da. And at this point, I was just like, why are you always, like, trying to be negative about stuff? Because when I tell y'all, like, I could just say one thing, and it's just an immediate argument with that girl. With my sister at that. Just an immediate argument. Like, it could be, like, the dumbest thing, too. Anyway, so then she was just, like, she just started talking, you know, this, that, and the third, talking about, like, I'm broke, this, that, and the third. Which, I mean, I was because, I mean, I didn't have a job for a minute. But it's like, girl, you've been more broke than me, like, forever. And right now, you're still struggling. And then on top of that, while she was saying, like, I was broke, this, that, and the third, she was, like, saying, like, you don't even have a car. You don't have your own apartment, da-da-da-da-da. And at the time, I had a roommate. I was living at their place, also saving money. They might because I was smarter. But yeah, so she was like saying, you don't even have your own car, da 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 da. And I was like sitting there, because first of all, she wouldn't even have her car if it wasn't for her state taxes, her federal taxes. Like, she wouldn't have any of the stuff she had at that moment right there, if it wasn't for the taxes, because she can't save to save her life. Can't save to save her freaking life, y'all. Oh, but has the audacity to say, I'm broke, and you know, this is why you don't have this, this, and this, is because you can't keep a job. But it's like, girl, let's keep it real. The state just paid for everything you're bragging about. You haven't saved up anything. Make that make sense, right? So anyway, so yeah, then we were just beefing for a second, and then like all of a sudden she was like, because, you know, like I said, she was my ride at the time. So she tried to, I kid you not, she got so mad because at one point, I forgot I don't remember how I said it. I'm like trying to remember, y'all. I know I said, I was basically calling her a bad mother. Like, all tea, no shade, I was calling her a bad mother because you are. Like, you literally fight in front of your kids. You literally you physically fight in front of your kids, verbally fight in front of your kids, almost hit your kids every time y'all physically fight. And I had to be Captain Save-A-Kid. I had to be Captain Save-A-Kid every freaking time. Because she didn't care when they were fighting. She'd just walk over there, start punching, swinging, don't even know where she's swinging half the time, almost hitting her kids every time. And when I tell you, I have video proof too. I have video proof. I have so much like proof of like everything that was happening when we lived together, because I didn't say this, but we lived together prior to all that. This was like before I moved in with my other friend, and we were just roommates. But yeah, we lived together, and that's why I didn't want to live with her again after, because she got evicted too at one point, because she literally rear-ended a girl's car because her baby daddy was cheating on her with said girl in the apartment. And then, like, when I tell y'all, she got charges, she went to jail. She's been to jail twice already. Twice. And I kid y'all not, twice in less than 3 months. Crazy, right? Crazy. Anyways, like, this video is so long, y'all. But yeah, I said something along the lines of basically, like, saying she wasn't a good mother, this, that, and third, and that really ticked her off. Oh, I remember what I said. I remember what I said now. Now this, it's valid, but also not valid. It depends on how you look at it and who the parent is, really. But I said it because it's true when I said it to my sister at that. Because she was saying how she works 2 jobs, right? Or two jobs, including DoorDash, but she was trying to say 3 jobs too, including being I have something away. Anyways, including being a parent to her kids, right? And that's when I sat there and I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna consider that a job, especially, and it's mostly the only reason I'm not considering it a job to her is because how she raises her kids and how she really you're not really raising them. So I am back. I did run out of storage on my phone, but I was continuing makeup, so I had to delete some stuff, but it's okay. Oh my God. This tape ain't holding up. I literally got this on my phone, on my TV right now, like propped up with some tape. So, anyways, I'm gonna have to hurry up though. So like I was saying, anyways, like I was saying, like I said, I only said that to her because I feel like she's not raising them how she's supposed to, as an actual parent. And I didn't say it wasn't parenting. I mean, I did say that. No, actually, I said it would the way she's doing it is more parenting wise than actually considering it as a job, because she literally drops like I was saying, drops her kids off at our mom's place just so she can go out and party, this, that, and the third, and then wants to sit there and try to make it seem like that's her job too, when you're not even really watching them. But oh, okay, I'm the bad guy. Anyways, yeah. So then we were just arguing over that, and then she tried to pull over. And then tried to tell me to get out of the car, which that was just crazy. In the middle of the street, at fucking 5 a.m. in the morning, tried to tell me to get out the car, and I can walk home. No, and that's what I said too. No, I'm not gonna get out the car just because you're mad because I'm stating facts, right? Oh, okay. So, anyways, and then she was basically telling me if I didn't get out the car, she was gonna drag me out the car and beat me up. That didn't happen, y'all, just so y'all know. Because I wish you would. No shade, like I said, like I don't like to fight, but if I literally, like if I have to, then I'm gonna do it. All tea, no shade. But yeah, she said like if I didn't get out of the car, she was gonna drag me out the car and beat me up and then leave me on the ground, da da da. Anyways, so obviously I didn't get out the car. Then she tried to call the cops and like try to tell them that basically like there was a whole stranger in her car is what she was like. She's like, there's somebody in my car, they won't get out. And I obviously me being me, like, bitch, you're not gonna make it seem like I'm a stranger because there's two different ways the cops can take this: a stranger and like a relative, you know. Anyways, so yeah, then she was like on the phone and let me remind y'all, she's still threatening me. Still threatening me, right? So anyways, basically like the cop was like, can you guys like separate or da 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 da? And my sister immediately, like, once she hung up, was like, get out. She said, we have to separate, so get out. And I was like, I'm not going to get out. Your car is literally pushed to start. You could just take the little fob and walk away. She didn't do that. She did not do that, y'all. Yeah, she didn't do that. She instead decided to, like, keep sitting there talking about, okay, well, we're just going to wait. They'll drag you out here, da, 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 this, that, and third. And I was just like, okay, like, well, wait. And I mean, I already know her, like, even if I did get out of the car, she would have just drove off, y'all. I'm like, I know my sister. I'm not stupid. Literally not dumb at all. But yeah, so, and like, let me tell y'all, she didn't even wait for the cops to get there. So she basically called them and then just drove off and was like going back to our mom's place because she was about to go pick up her kids, this, that, and third. Whatever. So then I was just like, okay, like, cool. Like, I'll get out when we get to our mom's place. Da, da, da. So, like, let me remind y'all, this whole time, like, we're still arguing, y'all. Like, I kid you not, we're still arguing. Literally, like, the whole ride over there. Still arguing. And at this point, she was just talking. And then, like, at one point, this is why I'm not cool with my sister anymore. I don't talk to her at all. I don't have any interactions with her at all after that. Because somewhere, like, along the lines where she was just, like, talking or whatever, she goes, this is why I hate GNs, you know. I'm not going to say it on here, but that's what she said. And at that point, I was like, what? Like, okay, like, I mean, I really don't, like, it's not like I got butthurt or anything over that comment, but it's just like, hearing that from your sister, like, and the way she phrased it, like, made it seem like she hates a whole community of like, LGBTQ plus. Like, even just because you're mad at somebody, and especially, like, your brother, you shouldn't even say that knowing that your brother is a part of that community. You know, like, I get that you were mad. But, like, that was just crazy to say. But, oh, okay. I'm still the bad guy, right? Anyway, so, yeah, that was, like, how the beginning of my year went. Now I'm gonna, like, try to fast forward to when me and this girl stopped being friends again. Because, yeah. Anyways, we basically stopped being friends over, like, almost the same thing. But, like, this was, like... Oh, I forgot to tell y'all why she said she wasn't friends. Anyway, she basically said she wasn't friends with the other girl that was in our trio because she felt like one night when they were drinking, like the girl was getting like too close with her boyfriend, da 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 da, and her boyfriend's so nice, like he won't push her away, da da da. But it's like at the same time, I don't really know what happened. I mean, I really don't because I wasn't there at the time. She wanted to be weird, you know, do this, that, and third. Anyway, so that's why they weren't friends anymore. And then when we hung out, when she was telling me that, right? When she was telling me that story, I personally made sure because I was like, I mean, I'm still cool with so-and-so. So, like, if I'm cool with her, like, is that going to affect our friendship again? Like, me being cool with somebody else you don't mess with. And she said it wasn't, if I was still cool with her, she didn't care. It wasn't going to affect our friendship this time around, da-da-da-da. It did. Because, like, a few months later, right? This is, like, obviously after I stopped talking to my sister, this, that, and the third. I stopped talking to my sister, right? So, a few months later, I don't even know what month it was, but like I said, a few months later, though, she, like, we were, like I said, we were cool. Like, nothing was really, like, wrong at that time. But, like, she just started ghosting me. Like, just randomly just started ghosting me. And then And then she would, like, text me, like, a few days later, and I was just like, you know, okay, cool, whatever, like, I mean, you take the time you need, because she was, like, saying she was going through this, that, and third, and I was just like, okay, cool, like, I understand that, you know, da-da-da-da. And then she, like, ghosted me, and then, like, at one point, like, we made plans to hang out, to, like, go to a club that night. And then she ghosted me again, because I was like, you know, like, I was like, I'm at work right now, like, but, like, I mean, if you're down, we can go to the club tonight, like, probably, I mean, I'm off at, like, 6, because this was after I switched to morning shift, but I was like, I'm off at, like, 6, if you want to like come swoop at like 8 or so, right? So come like 7, I was like, okay, hey girl, like what you doing? Like, are you still down for the night? Ghosted. Just complete ghost. No shade, just complete ghost. Not one freaking word. Just ghost, y'all. Like I said. So then I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I mean, I really don't care. I really don't care. So yeah, she ghosted. She ghosted me. That day, and then like hit me back like 2 weeks later, talking about like, yeah, like I'm sorry I've been like ghost, you know, I'm still going through like this and this, and I was just like, you know what, it's cool, like trying to be like a compassionate, like cool friend about it, you know. And then on top of that, it just like it kept happening. So like at that point, I was like semi starting to get fed up. But then at that point, like I mean, I really didn't care. Like I mean, like on Snapchat, you know, you still get like all these freaking memories, like when you used to hang out with this person, this person, this person. So like I would like post, and then she would like watch my Snapchat story even like when it wasn't about her, and she just wouldn't even text, but like would still like not respond to my text messages, you know. So then, like, I mean, I just kept, like, posting, like, all the memories that were coming up, and it was just, like, stupid, like, silly videos of us, like, hanging out, or whatever. And then, like, she, like, at one point, she did slide up, and she was like, yeah, like, I miss these days, too, da-da-da-da, and I was just like, cool. And then, like, went ghost again. So, anyway, so now fast forward, because a few weeks later, because at this point, like, I was already debating on if I should cut her off, because, like, why am I gonna, like, keep trying to, like, put all my energy and time to someone who doesn't do the same for me, right? But anyways, so yeah, I was like already debating on cutting her off at this point. And like but like I got a memory of the other girl that was in our trio. So like I mean obviously I posted that on my Snapchat story too because we're still cool. You know, so and so said like we could still be cool even though, you know, she and the other girl weren't. So like I posted a video on Snapchat where it was just like a picture of me and this girl. The other girl that she wasn't friends with anymore. It was just like a little picture, and I was just like, damn, I really miss these days because I was close with the other girl first anyways. Like, me and the other girl, we were close first compared to me and the other girl I'm not friends with anymore. But, yeah, I just posted, like, miss these days. And then it was, like, right before I went to bed. So when I went to bed and I woke up the next morning, the same girl who's been ghosting me the whole time checked that story, too, and just put a laughing emoji and then, like, removed me on Snapchat. But, look, I'm always the bad guy, right? I'm always the bad guy. Anyways, and then like on top of that, like last year I also had another falling out too, but like I'm gonna have to save that for a different YouTube video because my phone storage is about to run out, but I'm gonna like finish this look. I'm gonna finish this look really quick. And then we'll be back. I lied. I actually want to show off this REM Beauty blush that I got from the Galinda set because like this blush, she eats, y'all. Like down bad she eats. Look, this is how I do it. I mean, I did the little when you just dot it on your face method, but like she don't eat as much. So what I do is this one's like it's like really like pigmented, so you got to be careful not to put like too much, or else your cheeks are gonna be like giving clown. But I don't know if you, oh yeah, y'all can see that. That's as much as I put on, and I have dropped her a few times, so she's a little busted. But like, hold on. Like obviously this is over the top of the other blush that I had put on before my setting powder earlier. So, you know, you're just gonna blend her up. So you have like a semi-lifting effect. Like, I don't do any of those like bulky lashes though, y'all. I normally just put on some mascara and like call it a day. But like, you can't really see her because like the sunlight's not over here right now. But like, I will be putting a little bit more because I like my pinks to be pinking, bruh. Pinking. Like, y'all see that? Y'all see that, right? All right, let me actually finish this look though. I finished my blush now. I'm trying to like speed through all these steps, the last steps, but so I have my Wicked palette, and what I normally use for highlighter is these bottom 3 shimmers. We have the Shiz, Save Me This Dance, and Swankified. So normally what I do is I grab my highlighter brush. This is the one I use for my highlighter, right? I dip it in the Shiz. I like literally go in order, basically. Save Me This Dance, and then Swankified. And then normally I'll like go back in with like the last 2 one more time to make sure she's popping. Because I like my highlighter popping. So anyway, so you know, all we do is just drag her across the cheek. And a little bit up. and then down. There's like one spot on my face that looks like really oily down here. That's actually crazy. Anyways, so now I'm gonna go back in again, because like I said, I like mine popping. So we're gonna do it again on this side though. Across the cheek, up a little bit, and then back down, and then drag her down. You see that? Yeah. And then we're gonna go one more time, but on our nose this time. So on the nose part, I don't use as much as I do on the cheeks. So, but that's because I'm gonna show y'all. Yeah, y'all see that? Eat. Anyways, and the reason I don't do too much with the brush on my nose is because normally I go in with my finger, a finger. I'm trying to straighten it out. I did run that storage again, so I had to delete something else, but we're gonna have to do this quick. So on the finger, I went through all 3 of them. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit on the tip of my nose. Tip of my nose, right? Because I like my nose to be shiny, y'all, shiny. Anyway, so the tip, and then on the bridge as well. Because I need her to stand out, you know? Then we're gonna blend her down a little bit. Blend her out a little bit down here. Yeah. And then with whatever I have left, normally, this is also what I do, is I go in for my eyeshadow to my eye highlighter, really, and just, you know, you get it. I'm gonna have to go in again though. And then do this. And then I try to keep it like as little on the bottom on my under eyes as possible too. Not too much though, because that would ruin my whole look. I want my look to give like euphoria high, you know. Anyways, there's that, and I'm gonna do my mascara and I'll be right back. I was gonna do it all off camera, but like REM, this is the Alphaba lip balm. It's like color changing, so it goes with pH. And I had the lip oil, but she's all out. So what we do is we put the lip balm on and then get some Vaseline and just put her on top. And that's how we keep our lips moisturized, of course. Anyways, y'all, so thank you for watching today's video. This is like one of my longest, like, story time, get ready with me, whatever I'm gonna call this, ever. So like, don't get too used to it, y'all, because yeah, I be trying to find time, but I know I said I wanted to post more this year, and I still, y'all, I'm almost done with my first song too. Y'all ain't ready for that one. Y'all ain't ready for that one. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it. But I already have the instrumentals down. I have my main vocals. I just need to get backup vocals. Anyways, y'all, like I was saying, I am almost done with my first song, finally. I have instrumentals, I have my main vocals, and I just need to get my backing vocals, and then I need to like run through it all and make sure it's actually good before I even like think about posting like a snippet or anything. But like I was saying, thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like. Also comment what you guys would like to see me post next. Hopefully the next video, I have enough stories so I don't have to keep like stopping it between to finish. Damn. Why? Because Not Catching me lacking in that last one I took. I'm not gonna even cut that out. I would just leave it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and I hope I get to see you all again really soon. Thank you.